Alright, hello everyone. Welcome back to the new edition of this particular YouTube channel. So in today's particular video, we are going to look into the model of no draw confidence score, that is NDCS, and how you can use this particular model to predict straight draw. Actually, this particular model is for home or away. That's why we said no draw confidence score. And I don't know if you guys have been wondering how some tipsters always say that some tips are paid for, mostly the straight draw predictions. And also, there are situations whereby they will cover one predictions and open one. And when one of the two predictions came in, people will believe that, oh, these particular tips are paid for. Most of these particular games are based on analysis, and in this particular video I'm going to show you guys how you can also predict your own straight draw games. All I just need from you is to make sure that you focus on each details in this particular video. Alright, so of recent I've been trying to work on this particular straight draw predictions, and so far with this particular model I've been able to, if not 100%, at least to is working out well. Now, alright, so now the same process that we followed to acquire this particular slips, we are going to follow the same process now. So the no draw confidence score include just 5 steps. The number one steps is the calculation of points per game rating. Step 2, calculate win only strength. Step 3, head to head dominance score. Step 4, calculate form power. Step 5, get no draw confidence score. So this particular model is mainly for home or away, but there is a particular threshold that this particular model must pass before you can predict it as home or away. For example, if you are able to get maybe less than 39 or minus 39 at the end of this particular model, then the match has a very high risk of ending up as straight draw. Alright, so we have just 10 games under the Argentina Division 2 league, and the reason why I'm picking this particular league, I'm going to tell you at the end of this particular video, towards step 5. So out of these 10 games, just 4 games out of it I think should actually end up as straight draw. And the number one game that I'm expecting to end up as straight draw is this particular match, Gimnasia Mendoza against Tempale. So this particular match has NDCS of 38, which fall below the the line, the number line required for predicting home or away. And I'm going to show you guys the process of predicting home or away, and using the NDCS model. And so the second game that we are going to look into is this particular match, Patronato against Deportivo. And another game that we are going to look into is the match between Belgrano and Estudiant. And the last game that we are going to look into in this particular video is this particular Central North. And probably we are going to consider this particular game also, but we are going to apply this particular model on each of these particular 5 games. Now let's start with the first one here. Alright, so if we are to combine these particular 5 games together, we are getting 200 odds. Just 5 games. So I'll just look into just probably maybe 2 of these particular slips, and probably you guys can apply the same model on the remaining 3 that we have on the slips. Alright, so if you want to make use of this particular model and enjoy it very well, I will recommend you make use of AI score, because here you'll be able to check the total numbers of win and all the data that you need. Now we have the standing, and the first thing that you need to look into is the to calculate the points per game rating. That is the first step for this particular model. So if you want to calculate the points per game, and what does this particular all right now, so the points per game rating will show the level of performance of each team, that is team A and team B. So we have the team A here and we have the team B here. Now what you just need to do when it comes to getting the points per game, calculating the points per game, what you just need to do is to divide the points that they've had and divide it by the total matches that they've played. So we have 40 points for team A, and they've played just 21 games. So let's divide 40 by 21. 40 divided by 21. All right, so we're having 1.90 and so many like that. Just multiply it by 100 so that we are going to get normal figure. So we have 190, right? 190 for the PPG of the home team. You guys can note this one down. All right, now so let us check the PPG rating for the team 2. That is points per game for team 2, which we have 35 points for team 2 and 22 games played. Now 35 divided by 22. All right, so we have 1.59 and so many like that. Just times it by 100 so that you can get normal figure. So we have 159 for the PPG for team 2. Now we have 190 for team A, 159 for team 2. All right, so we are done with the step 1. Don't forget we have just 5 steps when it comes to using this particular model to predict home or away or predicting straight draw. But to me, I feel like this particular model is really working out so well for straight draw more than predicting it as home or away, double chance. All right, so let's proceed to step 2. Now we've gotten the PPG rating, which happens to be the step 1. The team 1 had 190, team 2 159. So step 2 involve calculating win only strength. So this aspect we are dealing with just their winning. Out of the last 21 games for the home team and 22 games for the away team, we are going to look into the games that they've won. So for the home team, which happens to be team A, we have 10 win out of the 21. What you just need to do to get the win only strength, what you just need to do is to divide this particular total numbers of winning by the total numbers of game played. So we are dividing 10 by 21. Alright, so 10 divided by 21, alright, we have 0.47 and so on like that. But if you want to get the normal number or normal figures, just multiply it by 100. So we have 47 for the win only strength point for the home player. Now let's check the win only strength for the away player, which happens to be team B, Tempale. Out of 22 games played, they won just 9 out of it. So we are dividing 9 by 22. 9 divided by 22. Alright, we have 0.40 times 100. So we have 40 win strength rating for the away team. So we have 47 for the home team when it's comes to win only strength, and we have 40 for the away team. Now the next thing to proceed, which happens to be step 3 of this particular model, is the head-to-head dominance score. So what do we mean by this particular head-to-head dominance score? So in step 3, the head-to-head dominance score, what it means which team usually wins in recent direct meeting. How they've been winning against each other in their head-to-head. So what we just need to do is to check the last 5 head-to-head matches, count wins for each team. We are going to exclude draws. Then we are going to subtract opponent wins from team wins. Like maybe we are going to subtract team B winnings from team A winnings. I'm going to show you guys right now. Then after that, we are going to multiply it by 10. Whatever results we get, we are going to multiply it by 10. Now let's do it. So we are subtracting team B winning in their head to head from team A winning. This is how it is done. So this is their head to head. Let's check their last 5 meeting. So these are last 5 games. One, two, three, four, five. Alright, so out of the last 5 games, the home team won here, the away team won here, the home team won this place, they played draw here, and the away team played they won by 1-0 here. Now it shows that out of the last 5 games, they draw once, and each team had 2 wins. Now, if we are to subtract 2 from 2, we are getting 0. And multiplying 0 by 10, we are still getting 0. So, for the head-to-head dominant score, we are recording 0 from that aspect. Please, if you guys are noting this down, kindly make sure that you are following this particular process and make sure that you don't miss any details. Alright, so we are done with step 3, which deals with head to head dominant score. Then we are moving on to step 4. That one deals with calculating form power. So what do we mean by form power? We are going to check the last previous games, that is the last 5 games that they've had with other opponents. So we are going to check how sharp the team has been recently in terms of wins. So first thing that we need to do is to count wins in the last 5 games, divide it by 5, give we are going to give values to it from 0.5 and maybe 1.0. In short, we are going to look into only the straight winning stuff. We are going to avoid loss and straight draw. Then after that, we are going to multiply it by 100. So this is how we are going to do that. So for the home team, when you click on it, check the last 5 games. So let's check their last 5 games. One, oh sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So out of the last 5 games that the home team has played against other opponents, they only won twice. Then if you are dividing 2 by 5, you are getting 0.4, and multiplying it by 100, you are getting 40. So we are getting 40 for the form power of the home team, which happens to be team A. Now I believe you guys are noting this down. Then moving on to away team, we are going to check the form power for the away team also. So we are able to get 40 for the home team, and we are going to look into the form power of the away team also. Now for the away team, which happens to be Tempale, we are going to check the last 5 games of this team also. Right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So out of the last 5 games, they only won twice, and don't forget the home team also won twice. So dividing 2 by 5, we are still getting 0.4, and multiplying it by 100, we are getting 40. Alright, so now we are now at the final part, which happens to be step 5, and this is getting no draw confidence score, getting the NDCS. Now this is what we are going to do. This particular step, in this particular section, we are going to get the final. So in short, step 5 deals with getting final value, showing which team is more likely to win. Then we don't want to draw, Abby, right? So how do you do it? First thing that you need to do in the final step, which happens to be step 5, is to subtract team B's points per game from team A's own. Then second thing to do is to add both teams win only strength together, and third thing to do is to add the head to head dominant score together, and the last thing to do is to add the form power difference. Now when I'm talking about adding, I'm not saying that you are using addition, like bringing it together and subtracting it. So for example, I'm going to show you guys what we've been doing since morning now. So in the first step, we did the calculation of points per game rating, and for team A we add 190, and for team B we add 159. So when you guys are getting used to this particular model, it will be very easy for you to predict games with it. Within just 10 to 15 minutes or 5 minutes, you will be predicting up to like 5 games already. Now, these are the points that we got from calculating the points per game rating for each team. Now, moving on to the next section. In the second step, we did calculation of win only strengths, and for team A, we had 47. We had 47, and for team B, we had 40. All right, so the win only strength for team B happens to be 40, right? Okay, and we have the head-to-head dominance score. We have it at 0. Their head-to-head dominance score. We have it at 0. So the last thing, which happens to be the calculation of form power, we have for team A. Team A had 40, and team B had team B also had 40. Okay, now first thing that we need to do is to subtract the points per game. So we are going to subtract 90 minus 159. So let us subtract 190 minus 159. So we get 31. So 31 is the final score for the points per game rating. So we have 39. So the next thing to subtract is their win only strength. So for team A, they had 47, for team B 40, and subtracting 40 from 47, we are getting 7. So add it up. Their head-to-head score, I think it's a tie, so plus 0. Subtracting their head-to-head score, so 0. And the last one, which happens to be the form power, home team had 40, away team had 40. That means both teams won 2 games out of their last 5 games. And I believe you guys already know how we got 40 for team A and for team B. So subtracting 40 from 40, it is 0. And in total, oh sorry, there is an error here. This one is 31. This one is 31. Alright, so in total we are getting 38 as our NDCS. That is no draw confidence score. And the interpretation of this particular model is that so far you are getting below 40. Now we are getting 38, which happens to be below 40. That game, there is high chance that this particular game will end up as a draw. I'm going to show you guys some games that you guys can actually look into. Apply this particular model on it and see the reason why I predicted the game as straight draw. So if you guys have enough time, go back to this particular game, this particular Argentina League 2 games. Go back to it. You guys are going to see the reason why I predicted this particular game as straight draw, and it came out well following the same particular process. So the final step that you guys need to now look into, and the reason why I'm focusing on Argentina leagues, if you notice very well, in this particular league, they play draws very well. Most of their games always end up in draw. And secondly, if you look into their average goal scored and average goal conceded, this aspect is actually called goal threat filter. That is, leagues that does not always score goals and if they don't concede goals very well, these leagues are the best to go for as straight draw predictions. So how will you now make use of this particular GTFR, that is goal threat filter rating? How to make use of this particular thing is just to check there. Let me show you. This is how to calculate their, for example, if you want to calculate for the average season goal scored, you are going to divide their goal scored, which happens to be 22, by the total matches that they've played. Divide it. It must not exceed 1.4. It must not exceed 1.4. Then if you want to calculate their average goal conceded in this particular season, you have to calculate, divide 10 divided by 21. Then you go to the away team also, divide 21, that is their average goal scored, by 22, and you have to divide 17 by 22. So far these two things are not exceeding 1.4, then you are good to go as straight draw. So this particular game, there is high chance, at least if I should rate the percentage, I'm rating this particular game 95% to end up as a straight draw. Now we have other games that you guys can actually follow make use of this particular model to predict the straight draw. So I won't be able to check all the 5 games in this particular video because of our time, but you guys can look into all these particular games. Drop your comments if you have any questions, and in case if you want to have the PDF, if you want to have the PDF for this particular model, you can join any of our group, most especially the private circle group. Contact me directly, and you can have these particular PDFs. And we have our Telegram channel, that is our general group for daily free tips and updates on our videos. Like the video, drop your comment if you have any questions. See you guys in the next video. Bye.